two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Kenny Nwagu now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And here's Ryan Wright now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, 46 yards. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Nwagu now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I should like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Very nice catch there by Justin Jefferson, one of the best receivers in the game after just 2 seasons in the league. As a rookie, 2nd-team All-Pro, and then in his 2nd year was 2nd in the league in yardage. This guy continues to grow and get better with every game.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
To try again after the sack. Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Cousins to Jefferson on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. It's Cousins on the sneak. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Cousins on the keeper. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Vikings have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Joseph connects on the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off, and the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 27 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, the goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And some room to work. He stiff arms him. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 64 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are back within a couple of the lead. Rodgers will throw for it. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The Vikings here hosting Green Bay in the season opener, and they've got one of those quirks in the schedule that is going to work in their favor. They play all 3 of their division home games in the first 5 weeks of the year. After Green Bay today, they'll host Detroit in Week 3 and then Chicago in Week 5. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's 6 and a Packer touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Nwangu now from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On second down, Cook. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
The sack goes to Chris Barnes. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones.
Taken down at the 42.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got down there in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
98 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st down.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes...
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked up, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Now Cousins on 4th down, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Final play of the half. Cousins under pressure, and down he goes. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they've got the lead seeding. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Yeah, he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football open to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back 1 play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Cousins.
Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Third and short yardage. Cousins. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Cook will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Well, they were down 6 at intermission, but they quickly erased that deficit. And Charles, now they've got a chance to take the lead.
And while being down 6 points, obviously not an insurmountable lead, tying a game up, that just relaxes a whole team, doesn't it? And now when you add the extra point and you go up, you really feel good about what you've accomplished.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. On 2nd down, Dillon. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position, but as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
You know, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily in that position.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Running right, Jones. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Lewis C. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Play fake. Cousins. Smith catches left side. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Cousins. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And they work this well upfield across the 44. A very solid gain of 27.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On 1st and 10, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Devondre Campbell, the one who fought his way in there to make the play. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing is Cousins. Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
And here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now Cobb to return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. 121 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Dillon up the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
First down, Green Bay.
They run again with Dillon. And there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic, and take it to the house? Finally here in the second half, that got done.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Nuwanger now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Cousins. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cousins to throw.
He's got Rager.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And unfortunately, he's able to recover some, but the clock's still rolling here. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief. Huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
To Jefferson on the slant.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes out a gain of 8. Here's Cousins.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right?